Gunshots in the Garden of Eden. My family story in America begins at the end of World War II. Both of my great-grandfathers were veterans of the Philippine Armed Forces. Meet Teodoro Bautista. I fight for my family and the freedom of the Philippines. Ricardo Tagli. One day, our sacrifices will be worth it. They survived the Bataan Death March and marched right into the United Races of America, taking advantage of veteran benefits such as the green lights to get a green card to earn the almighty green dollar. In the 60s, my grandparents came. In the 70s, my parents. And in 1979, I was born. Under the Scorpion moon, 2 Filipino immigrants are having a baby. Push. Push, Mrs. Batista. You're doing great. The head is already out. Come on, push. Just push. Excuse me. I've been here way past my scheduled shift. The next doctor will be here shortly. I'm sorry, doctor. My wife isn't finished delivering the baby. How can you leave now? The head is already out. Calm down, Mr. Batista. You don't want to be dishonorably discharged from the United States Navy, do you? No, doctor. But if you leave, we're going to have a big problem. And I don't care if I get kicked out of the Navy, but you're going to finish delivering my baby properly. Do you hear me? Kickball! I grew up with Chicano Latinos in the Mission District of San Francisco, California, playing Atari and Nintendo, eating Big Macs and Happy Meals at McDonald's, summertime trips to Disneyland. This is the happiest place on earth. Gambling at Reno casinos, circus, toys, candy, so much fun. Sweet Valentine's Day, I love you. I want to rock with you like Michael Jackson. The San Francisco 49ers and their 5 Super Bowl titles. The Oakland Raiders, rebels of the nation. The Battle of the Bay, Barry Bonds, Will the Thrill Clark versus Dennis Eckersley, David Stewart. Steal that base, Ricky! Safe. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from the real Bay Area, California. Let's go on a journey through the Yate area, starting with RBL Posse, Ruthless by Law. We call it dance to get low. You gotta get low. We don't smoke that shit in the SSC. Don't give me no Bama weed. We don't smoke that shit in the SSC. Don't give me no Bama weed. From the west side of Frisco, the side you don't see from the Golden Gate Bridge, my man rapping Forte from the Filmo. Put your hands together, y'all. Come on, come on.
Me and my homies, we tied it in the club. We chop a lot of games.
That's how we do it at the Players Club. Rest in peace to brother Tupac Shakur.
Out on bail, fresh out of jail, California dreaming. Soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing hoochie screaming.
Hey, yo, Pac, what they screaming? And if we talk about the Bay, don't forget MC Hammer.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. My.
Music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my God. Fireworks at the beach during 4th of July. Mexican cholos asking, are you Soreño? or the norteño. I was like, yo, 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 I'm Filipino. So many material presents during Christmas and Dick Clark for New Year's special. Countdown begins at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, y'all. Happy New Year! My mother had 3 boys, 2 jobs, and a husband who used drugs to ease the pressures of being a young Filipino immigrant in America. I remember mornings in the 1980s, not wanting to wake up for elementary school and hearing Mom's little feet run from her bedroom to the bathroom, to the kitchen to fix our lunch, into our bedroom yelling, "Get up, you're going to be late for school. If I come back here and you guys aren't up, you'll see." Guess what happened 5 minutes later? Why you gotta do that, Mom? Kilu-san, just get ready for school. I'm already late for work. Yep, that was Mom. She loved oldies but goodies. Went from classic Motown soul all the way to disco. My mother was a Filipino beauty. No wonder Dad fell in love with her back in the low-rider 70s. On Friday nights, we turned off all the lights and watched movie after movie with Mom. Had no clue where Dad was. It was good because Mom brought home the goodies. Candy, cherry Coke, TV dinners, you name it. No one could tell us anything as we huddled together as a family and watched Mom's favorite Broadway musicals. Shirley Temple, Rita Moreno, John Travolta. Sometimes she would cry during her favorite songs. We were just happy to be with Mom.
You know, that Rita Moreno is special. She was one of the first Puerto Rican actresses on Broadway.
She's tough,
Like in West Side Story.
she's not afraid to speak her mind to anyone. That's how I am with your dad. Only when he's drunk. I have to be, or he'll run all over us. Yes, I like that one. Rita Moreno.
I like to be in America. Okay, by me in America. Everything free in America.
For a smoky in America.
Buying on credit is so nice.
I
Cuando
also like the
quieras,
shy
me
and
charge
innocent Madeline Wood.
twice.
She's naive to how the world really is when it comes to race in West Side Story. I mean, I have no problems with other races, but I can't say the same thing about others. The Filipinos, they fight the Mexicans. The blacks, they fight the Chinese. This is how it is in San Francisco. Towards the end of the night, the only show that Mom loved to watch was Rod Sterling's classic, The Twilight Zone. You're traveling through another dimension. San Francisco in the 1980s for the Batista family. A mother working 2 jobs. Her morning fast feet turns into late night stompings of the kitchen floor because the father has all of his friends over in the basement. Upstairs, Mrs. Batista is as sweet as Natalie Wood. But as Mr. Batista's downstairs party grows stronger, Mrs. Batista transforms into the tough Rita Moreno. Get out of here! Get out! This is not your house. I have 3 kids upstairs. Get out! Go home and don't ever come back. Kilu-san, what are you doing outside? Come. Come help me make some lumpias. I don't want you to worry, okay? With me and your dad fighting. It's not your fault. Here, you separate the skin. I'll stuff the meats and vegetables inside. Oh, Mom, it keeps breaking every time I get to the middle. Okay. Let me show you.
You know I will always love you. One day, you'll grow into a man. You have to speak up, okay? You hear me? You have to use your voice in America, like Rita Moreno.
The Twilight Zone is on.
We'll finish the lumpias
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away.
Can't get enough of everlasting bass.
If parents are the first teachers of a child, let us make these teachers teach abuse, irresponsibility, and good old-fashioned self-destruction. A combination of psychological and chemical warfare goes into drug addiction. Little Kilu-san won't be able to shake these fixes. My deadly cycles go on for generations. Crack cocaine. It came infecting those who shared your same last name. Your brother, your father, your mother, your daughter, they all faltered on the destructive path in the fast lane. Immediate gratification causing pain. Life was slow. So freebasing sends the soul into an artificial paradise, laced with a government spice. If you live in despair and poverty stares at your face, sometimes a $20 taste can help one escape. Morality then becomes baked with disillusionment. The consequences can be permanent as a result of mass unemployment. My father was laid off from a good job, and for the next 10 years he seemed always pissed off, coughing up blood, passing out on the living room rug, coming home with a mug because no one would hire him. The lights of hope turned dim and my family was introduced to crack cocaine. It drained our communities. It stole from our families. Many nightmares just explode into memory. Pawn shop Jeopardy, TVs, VCRs, my mother's jewelry, even children Nintendo birthday presents. But you gave this to me, Dad! No! Fathers became thieves. Mothers were led to believe that freebasing and tasting this drug would provide them love that hugged away all problems. These were my crack house basement asylums, within close circumference to children who played in the streets. Wolves thriving off your sheep. No sleep, as my government products speak. Escape, escape, escape from the internalized rape. Why does he call me? I am only 5 years old and kids aren't supposed to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning on a school night. Is he gonna hit me again? I hate how his breath smells like smoke and alcohol. The blood in his eyes make him look like a devil. Why does he call me? Are you scared to spend time with your dad? Who do you think you are? You don't know how lucky you are to grow up here in America. In the Philippines, we didn't have shit. I know that your mother and your brothers hate me. And for what? Because I don't have a job? Because I can't pay the bills? You all weren't saying shit when I was buying everything for this family. You better thank me, Kilu-san. You hear me? Come here. I'm teaching you how you don't want to be. Don't you ever be like me. Dad,
Sampaling kita.
why are you talking to me in Tagalog?
Sino ka ba? Sino ka ba?
You never taught me how to speak Tagalog.
Demonya. Demonya.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know.
Hindi.
Ayaw ko.
Dad, why are you crying? Dad, no! I better clean up this mess before my mom wakes up. She doesn't like seeing all his cigarette butts and bottles on the floor. Here you go, Dad. Dad? Dad? Can you please stop drinking? Please stop doing drugs. Mom's always worried every time you come home. And why do you bring all your friends over? This is our house. This is not how a real family's supposed to be. We can't live like this, Dad. This boy, Kilusan, is my favorite, but he's so lazy. Shh. He better be up. Shh. Hoy, Kilusan, wake up. It's time for church. Oh, Grandma, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Okay. God, I'm so sorry. This boy doesn't love you. Okay, Grandma, gosh, why you gotta tell God that? I'm up. I'm only 5 years old. Why do you wake up only me? I want one of your dad's children to know God. Besides, there'll be some warm arroz caldo soup waiting for us when we get there. Did you say arroz caldo soup? Oh, Grandma, it's my favorite. It's the bomb. High five. Put that high five away. I am not one of your friends. And what is this, the bomb? We're going to church, not to war. Let's go. We're going to be late for the bus. Don't forget to brush your teeth, Kilusan. God doesn't like your dragon breath, and I don't either. I don't have dragon breath, Grandma. Gosh.
Pangarap nitong buhay, lahat ng araw, ita'y mamahalin.
At church, my grandma told me to get on my knees, make the sign of the cross, and speak to God in your head. She told me that if I prayed to someone named Jesus Christ, that Jesus would answer my prayers. But then she would confuse me and say, don't forget about the Blessed Virgin Mother Mary. The Blessed Virgin Mother Mary is powerful too. Well, let's see if this works. God doesn't like it when you play in this house. Now take this seriously or I'll pinch you. No, Grandma, no! Don't pinch me, please. Okay, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, see? Dear God, stop my grandma from pinching me. Thank you. God, if you could hear me, please help my parents. They fight too much. They fight over bills. My mom calls my dad a good for nothing. Dad says mom's cheating on him. Please, God, if you can hear me, help my family. I'll do anything you ask. Bush. You have to love your parents, Kilusan. No matter what they do. Even though your dad screams at your mom, pray for him. Even though your mom screams at your dad, pray for her. Don't ever disrespect your parents. Don't ever judge your parents. Why? We're no better. We must love our parents. This is the way of God. Go home, boy. I'll see you next Sunday. Give Grandma a kiss right here. Bye, Grandma. Next Sunday, can we go to the 12 o'clock Mass instead of 5?
Grandma, what are you doing with your slipper? Put it back on.
I was just kidding, Grandma. No. Go. I love you, Grandma. Sometimes late at night, I would be the last one awake. I listen to all the sounds I hear. The faucet dripping, my two brothers snoring, my dad screaming in his dreams down the hallway, sirens in the distance. It get real blurry in the dark. Strange colors would swirl above me, from purple, red, green, blue, orange. Oh, and there I was, still talking to God in my own way, and I would drift into infinity. In a dream, I found myself flipping. I was flipping over backyards filled with plants, but I didn't know what I was flipping from or flipping towards. I was just flipping until I flipped into a brown and green jungle. In 1994, my grandma took me to the Philippines. I was 13 years old. I'd never been to the islands before. It's just going to be me and you, okay, anak? We're going to the Philippines to see Pope John Paul II. You get to meet your second cousins and learn about where we come from.
Filipinos everywhere. Filipinos everywhere. Sampaguitas, kuya. Sampaguitas. Balot! Balot! Bilisan mo! 50 Philippine pesos in one American dollar. Chinelas and tangas everywhere. Why are my boobies so dirty? It's too hot and humid. Baclaran, Castigas, Gibanese, Gibasis, and Filipinos everywhere. Guard, from McDonald, Filipinos everywhere. The Philippines. Welcome home, Balikbayan.
So this is Baclaran, my father's ghetto. The neighborhood is real tight. Houses smashed together like dirty Lego pieces. Raggedy looking bikes used as taxis. Funny looking Jeeps with Catholic saints and Disney statues on top of them. Why are there so many street vendors everywhere? Why do all these houses have built-in restaurants in the front? Look at those kids selling flowers in the middle of the street with no shoes on. Who are all these people? And why do they look like me? This is my sister, your Lola Shoning. Bless. This is your Tito Bert. Tito Bert's real close with your dad. This is your Tita Lucy. Tita Lucy took care of your dad when I went to America. This is your cousin Heidi. Mac, lot, jing, bong, boy. You don't speak Tagalog, huh? You're Filipino. Your dad didn't teach you? You should know how to speak Tagalog.
Why are you judging me?
You don't even know me. You ain't my uncle. Grandma, I know we've only been in the Philippines for 2 really long hours, but I want to go back home to America now. I don't belong here. Speak English. Speak Tagalog. Speak English. Speak Tagalog. Are you seriously giving me 5,000 pesos in exchange for just $100? Yeah, take it. Woo! Wow. If only my boys in America could see me now. Whew. Yeah. Oh, put that money in your pocket. No, give it to me. You can't be so careless, Kilusan. People don't care that you're from America. They'll rob you or stab you for that money because so many are hungry. And I could lose you. This is not America. This is the Philippines. Ever since you were a boy, you always give me so much headache. Just go. Go spend time with your cousins. Look at my ankles. They're swollen. I forgive you. Go. Just go. Sorry, Grandma. Hold up, yo. Wait. Hold on. We went to a rally to see Pope John Paul II. Thousands of Filipinos filled the streets. It was so crowded, I couldn't breathe. I slapped my, get the fuck out of my pocket. There were naked kids peeing on the streets. Elders had wool bags over their heads, and they were slapping their bad-skin backs with whips that made them bleed. Soon, everyone ran towards one side of the street. Police were forcing people out of the way. Get out the way! Elders were screaming and crying. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Suddenly, the Pope came flying by in an all-white car that was pulling him in a clear glass frame. The Pope-mobile! The Pope looked immaculate, waving to the Philippines in an all-white robe. How could the church be so rich when the Philippines is so poor? Am I lucky to live in America and most of my family are still in the Philippines? Back in America, it was all about hip-hop during the days of puberty. Yeah, boy! Can y'all smell the sucker-free streets? Hip-hop found me. I was a young man, angry, confused, with no place to call home. In the early 90s, the West Coast was thriving in hip-hop culture. It's like I stepped into a big-ass party. Woo! I wanted to be just like my older brother, Z-Boy, and his dance crew, the Runhead Tribe. Every day after school at my grandma's basement, they would practice their freshest moves. My homeboy Charles from Haiti was like, hey yo, Kilusa, if you wanna get girls, you better be a B-boy. All right, so one night I decided to sneak out to go to an underground basement party. Come on, y'all. I wanted to see Filipino DJs like the legendary DJ Qbert, Shortcut, Mixmaster Mike, D Styles, the world famous Invisible Scratch Pickles. On this particular night, the DJ was bumping my favorite hip hop classics all the way out east, KRS-One.
Woo, woo. That's the sound of the police. Woo, woo. That's the sound of the beast. Woo,
Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Brand Nubian, leaders of the new school. Oh shit! Lords of the underground.
Witness the birth of the funky child. Do it all, hit 'em.
Now when the DJ mixes the East Coast rhythms with the West Coast hardcore beats, that makes the party funky, like Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. Wait. Y'all know that part of the party where the beat slows down and you see a real fine girl, but you don't know if they like you. So you just cool on up. Because if they don't like you, you can cool on back. But if they do like you, then here we go.
Now in my younger days, I used to chorus
Circles everywhere. I've never dealt this much alive before. Since I'm the shortest kid up in here, I'ma represent for my crew, the Shrinky
Everybody in the
Legs.
street, get down to the funky beat.
Move! Get out the way. Oh, yeah. Kilu-san, you're in the middle of the circle. Everybody's staring at you. What do? Do what you do in your grandma's basement, all right? Oh, shit! The cops! I don't want to get caught. My dad's gonna whoop my ass. Yeah. Drive on by, suckers. Dang, got my good clothes dirty. It's time to go back home. Come on. Back at home, my mother never taught us traditional Filipino cultural dances. Well, she was too busy providing for our basic needs. And my dad never taught us tribal Filipino warrior dances. He was too busy being a warrior against drugs. Some say that dancing is the secret to culture. So I learned how to move my body within the cool streets of hip-hop culture. The circles that b-boys form are modern rituals for our spirits to re-enter this world more alive, filled with imagination and positivity.
Alright, stop what you're doing,
Cause I'm about to ruin the image and the styles that you used to. Middle school was all about getting your freak on at after school dances. Hey, how many numbers y'all gonna get? I'ma get like 10. I'ma take off my shirt and let the ladies see all this buffness. Y'all don't act stupid. I don't wanna get kicked out again. I'm trying to hook up with Shamila and get her pager number. Hey, shut up, fool. You can't even afford a pager. Shamila's mine. In Frisco, it was nothing for blacks, Filipinos, and Latinos to hook up with each other. It helped if you knew how to dance, add in some confidence, and you never know. Excuse me, Shamila.
You want to dance?
Well, look at here. Little Filipino man wants to dance. I didn't know y'all knew how to dance back in China. Okay, show me something. Instantly, I busted out into a dance routine. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shamila, where you going, Shamila? Shamila? Hey, yo, chill, little MC Hammer. If you want to do the Running Man, go over there and let the real dudes do the Humpty Hump. They hooked up right in front of my fucking face. Okay, you got this, Don. You the man. I'm gonna do my thing over here. Bye, Shamila. I'll see you later. Out of nowhere, my English teacher stops me in the middle of the dance floor. Kilu-san, what do you call that type of dancing?
I'm just playing around, but it's called b-boying, I guess.
Oh, b-boying. Would you be interested in b-boying in the drama club? rehearsals are after school. We're doing a Peter Pan musical. I don't know, Miss Holland. I've never acted before. You'll be magnificent, and you can practice your b-boy moves.
All right, Miss Holland, I'll get back to you.
So I went home to ask my mom for some advice. And Miss Holland noticed my moves. Shamila sure didn't. Well, Kilu-san, a school musical. What do you want to do? I want to do it, Mom, but I'm afraid people will laugh at me. Well, if your heart says yes, there's nothing left to say. Maybe you can be a Broadway star. A Broadway star. A Broadway star. A Broadway. Okay, Mrs. Holland, I'm back. I want to be a part of your play. Great. You're casted as Nibs of the Lost Boys. You're one of Peter Pan's closest friends. First, you have to agree to wearing tights. Got it? Come join us. We're warming up with theater games. I want you to walk around and act like someone strong. I jumped right in, not sure what to do. So I closed my eyes. And in my head, I heard this song. I'm Hulk Hogan, body slamming Andre the Giant, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Karate Kid, and Mr. Miyagi, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, Bruce Lee, all in one body, and together we're gonna whoop on my dad and all of his friends who make my mother cry at night. Take this, take that. I'm Rambo, but not the Rambo shooting all the Asians. I'm Rambo shooting my dad's friends. Wait, my dad's friends are Asian. Oh well. Everyone just stopped and stared at me like I was crazy. Kilu-san, we're going to stick to you breakdancing. You only have one line, but you get to breakdance. Whew, oh my goodness. Why I only get one line, Mrs. Holland? Did I mess up my chance of being a Broadway star?
Oh, well, at least I captured everyone's attention.
Up to Neverland.
So I watched this kid, Jason, playing the lead character of Peter Pan. This dude was hella happy and free. I wanted to be like that, so I put on my tights. Damn. And I ran around like everyone else. I had my moment where I could show off my b-boy skills. It was nothing. The crazy thing was, once I got backstage, this girl, Nikki, and her friends were all looking at me.
They told me to come closer with their goo-goo eyes.
Come closer, Kilu-san. You're the best Asian dancer in the school. This is for you, my dancing Filipino boy. And Nikki flashed me with her 2 lollipop nipples. Wow! So this is theater, the Never Never Land, where it's okay to be wild and crazy. I can get used to this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Going to Dr. Martin Luther King Academic Middle School meant it was Black History Month all year long. Miss Holland took us on a field trip to see Spike Lee's film on Malcolm X. I was instantly blown away by his voice.
Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own country? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. You know, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach you? You should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God gave you.
I went home screaming, I am Malcolm X! Since no one was home, I kept on screaming in the kitchen like I was the lead character in my own play. I am Malcolm X. X, X. I am Kilu-san. X, X.
Kilu-san, where do you come from? Why do you want to speak so loud? Who are you talking to? What is your purpose in this life? Who are you, Kilu-san? Where do you come from? Why do you want to speak so loud? Who are you talking to? What is your purpose in this life?
I don't know. I don't know my purpose. I don't know who I am. Tell me, please, and I'll be whoever you want me to be. I wish I could be in the Never Never Land, where there never ever are any problems, never ever any drugs, never ever any tears from mothers and kids. But I don't think a place like Never Never Land exists, at least not here in San Francisco, not where I live. I never want to be like my father, lost in the Never Never Land of drugs. I want to be a man. I want to be a man like Malcolm X.
And I said, brother, help me please.
You hate being shorts. I hate being shorts. You hate your brown skin. I hate my brown skin. You're poor and you come from nothing. I guess I am poor and I come from nothing. Personalize all of the jokes and put-downs you hear. Hey, shut up. Why y'all gotta make fun of me? Instead of reaching out and crying to your family, bottle it all up and become hard. No one loves me. No one cares for me. You're not an American. You're not a real Filipino. You ain't shit. I'm not an American. I'm not a real Filipino. I ain't shit. You're stupid, and you're a disappointment to your family. I am stupid, and I'm a disappointment to my family. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. What's up, y'all? Welcome to high school in the 1990s. Come meet my folks. Hey, yo, what's up, cutie? You're looking real good. Here's a pen. Write my number with it. Oh, forget you then. Oh, shoot. Who's ready to get served on the basketball courts today? I'm feeling like the Filipino Michael Jordan for 3. Hey, shut up, y'all. Who's down to smoke this J? Ooh, I got some dank. So this was my crew, a combination of Hawaiians, Samoans, Latinos, and black folks. Together, we wanted to be just like an older crew, known as TPG, True Pinoy Gafflers. They only sported the freshest gear, rode in the most pimped out rides, and hung with the most beautiful women. But for reals, they had our backs just in case anybody fucked with us. Me? All right, I'll catch y'all later. As we started hanging out, cutting class, talking shit about the world, getting fucked up, they exposed us to the lifestyle of a gaffler, a true Pinoy gaffler, that is. One homie was like,
Money, 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 money. Come on, y'all. Money, 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 money. Come on, y'all. Money, 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 money. Come on, y'all.
hey, yo, fuck America. They've been robbing the Philippines for years. It's time we get our fair share. Yeah, dude. I grew up wearing Pro Wings from Payless Shoe Store. Since my parents couldn't afford Nikes or Adidas, I went ahead and got it my damn self with a 5-finger discount. Yeah, I tried working for minimum wage, but who wants a boss telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it? What the fuck is $4.25 an hour when you can stack Benjamin?
Yeah. We started out doing petty crime, stealing from stores.
Okay, put this between your belt, walk out with your hands in your coat pocket, and be as cool as ice. No, dude, check. If you want some new shoes, right, you gotta lace them up real tight. And if the employees aren't looking, run like Carl Lewis. We had our own internal language just to be aware of our surroundings. When there was a surveillance camera in the sky, hey yo, watch out for Pops. I got you. When there was an undercover security guard, damn, Moms is always nagging. We stole hella gear because a friend hooked up a sensor type remover. It was on at Macy's, Burlington Coat Factory, whoo, Gap and Nordstrom's, yeah. Since we couldn't afford $200 for Nautica coats, $200 for Tommy Hilfiger pants, or $200 for Timberland suede boots, we did what we had to, just to represent and feel good about ourselves because this world, it don't give a fuck about us. Hey, yo, Kinu-san, just to prove that you ain't no buster, no mark-ass buster, take these spark plugs. Bust up the windows of that Mercedes. Take everything. All right. I'm ready. The last initiation, right, was robbing a house. Come on. I don't know if I could do this. I don't want to get caught slipping like my cousin Oreo.
Dude got greedy, started robbing houses by himself with his own shotgun. Now look at that fool.
Locked up at CYA for armed robbery. This rival gang from a different high school started beef with us. I found myself running the streets, fighting them, fighting me. I couldn't go home anymore because my dad kept on taking his shit out on me. In my first street fight, I beat this dude's ass real bad. I heard you was talking shit, Kilu-san.
Why I need to talk shit about shit?
Fuck you, you Filipino monkey. You ain't saying nothing but a word. That's why your dad's a crackhead. What you say about my dad? He's a crackhead.
Crack this.
Crack, 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 crack. Leave us alone, crack, crack. I hate you, Dad. Crack. Above all else, to seek and train my mind to obey my will quietly, to seek and adjust myself in every condition, good or bad, which I may meet in my daily life. Wake up, Kilu-san. Your father has agreed to let you train with me every Saturday morning. Now get up It's time to train. Oh, hell nah. My grandma did this to me when I was 5. And now Uncle Paul, a tough and respected martial artist, is doing the same thing to me at the age of 14. What did I do to deserve this? Watch this, yo. You can't force me. You're not my dad. All right, what are you doing with those sticks, Uncle? I'm up. Kilu-san, 10 basic striking points. To the front of the class. Bow to me. Move. Sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah! Sir. Very good. You may be hard with your so-called friends on the streets. I heard about you, using martial arts outside of the dojo. Does that make you hard? Well, all of the hardness in the world will not help your father stop doing drugs, nor will it help your family in any way. We need you to be strong, Kilu-san. You come from a long line of warriors in your blood. You can either accept it or deny it. The choice is yours. Why you choosing me, Uncle? My dad says that I ain't shit and I ain't never gonna be shit. So what difference does it mean for me to learn martial arts? Your father is a warrior, battling against his own demons in life. You can either walk down the same path of self-destruction, or you can break this cycle of violence that haunts not only our family, but all Filipinos throughout this world. Filipinos? Last year when Grandma took me to the Philippines, all I saw was pain and poverty. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Of course. Since you do not know your history, you do not know yourself. Filipinos have endured centuries of struggle, and we're still here, pushing forward with our lives. And true strength is simply the ability to speak what's in your hearts. I'm lost, Uncle. I'm scared. I wake up every morning feeling scared. I wish I could just tell my dad, but nah, he ain't gonna be there for me. He's never been there for me. One day, you will understand your father. But today, martial arts is your opportunity to understand yourself. It is time for you to concentrate, Kilu-san. One day, it's your turn to step into the ring. You will understand who your real enemy is. Your real enemy is not your father. Your real enemy